Thank you. Thank you, James. I'm here to say a few words on behalf of the board. So first of all, let me acknowledge 3 other trustees that came also today. It's John Levin, the secretary of the board. It's Hiroshi Esaki and Mike Godwin. So you are around there. I cannot see very well because of the spotlight, but you can find them somewhere. There. Yeah, I see Hiroshi, Mike, and John is somewhere. So we are here to celebrate the 2019 inductees to the Hall of Fame, the Internet Hall of Fame, as Andrew mentioned, and we will have 11 inductees, and I think the diversity of this group is going to be great. Everyone has a different original story, and we're going to be hearing them shortly. So I'm actually very excited about that, and I hope you all are, and we will listen to that. But in this brief speech, I want to address 2 things. What is the process we have used to pick those inductees? And then, following up on Luis' speech, why we came to Costa Rica. So those two topics very briefly, and then I will acknowledge a few individuals and organizations that they are our friends and they have been supporting us all along. So first, how do we choose inductees in the Internet Hall of Fame? We have a advisory board, and the advisory board is made up of past inductees, and they basically choose based on criteria they come up with who should be inducted, and now we are actually carrying this out every second year. In addition to that, in addition to picking up inductees for a certain year, they are in charge also of basically overseeing the evolution of the reward. As you know, it's not the same, the original one when we did it initially as now. So if I look back to 2 years ago, in 2017, we were in LA. It was actually a quite big event. We were celebrating the 25 years of ISOC as well, of the Internet Society. And at that point, we had divided inductees in 3 categories, which were pioneers, innovators, and global connectors. This year, you will notice that there's no categories, so everyone is basically recognized in the same way. And the reason for that is that it was very difficult to have a taxonomy where each inductee would fit. The impact that these inductees are creating actually goes across categories, and sometimes it would belong to 2 categories or even the 3 of them. So we chose actually, or the advisory chose, the advisory board chose to remove categories. So now we are just having a single bucket for all inductees. The second point I wanted to address, as I said, following up on the point made before, was why did we come to Costa Rica in particular? And before I do that, let me actually acknowledge we have several members of the advisory board and past inductees, and they are Demi Getsko, Ed Kroll, Steve Hatter, and Randy Bush. So they are also around there, and thanks so much for coming. So the last point I wanted to address very briefly is why did we come to Costa Rica? So as you know, we had Internet Hall of Fame celebrations in Europe, in Asia, in North America last time. So we wanted basically to, move to another region because the Internet Society thinks that we should be a global organization, and that is good actually to go there and recognize people locally as well. So in that sense, in the future, we may also visit different regions that, they haven't been visited before in this ceremony. But more importantly, why Costa Rica in particular, and not any other country in the region? And basically, I think Luis was addressing the point very well, is because of the work that we have seen Costa Rica doing. I think they have done a really great job, actually, advancing the Internet and deploying it here, following all the models that the Internet Society has been advocating for years. So in that sense, we were really happy to come here and extremely honored to have Luis actually give a speech here and recognize basically and basically accept our award. So thanks a lot for that again. Okay, and then we are in Costa Rica, and Luis actually mentioned already the person I wanted to acknowledge, but it's impossible not to mention Guy de Terramont. So let me say a few words about Guy. He used to be known as the father of the Internet in Costa Rica. And the reason why he is not anymore known as the father of Internet in Costa Rica is that he is currently known as the grandfather of the Internet in Costa Rica. And I think he's very proud of his grandsons, and it's kind of, a really respected figure here. He's a board member of NICSIR, and he led actually the process of first connecting Costa Rica to the Internet back in '93, and not only in Costa Rica, but in many countries in Central America. So that's a great achievement. In addition to all that, he's actually a very respected physicist. And let me stress that he's just a world-class physicist, and his work has been widely published, and he has actually very interesting theories in that field. Let me tell you, it's not very easy to make significant contributions in several fields, and so we are very, very honored to have Guy among us. We were talking before, and I would like to have, yet another round of applause for him. Thanks a lot for your pioneering work in the region. And then lastly, I would like basically to acknowledge a few organizations and friends of us that they have been actually supporting ISOC and partnering with us. You have them there, and let me basically go quickly through them. We have Ministerio de Ciencia, Tecnología y Telecomunicaciones, Superintendencia de Telecomunicaciones, Comisión Técnica Regional de Telecomunicaciones, Defensoría de los Habitantes, la Asociación Iberoamericana de Empresas de Telecomunicaciones, and NICSIR. So thanks a lot for all your support and being partnering with us. And with that, without further ado, I thank again all the inductees for all your work and the support on the deployment on the Internet. And with that, over to James.